So, looking at the time, I don't think we're going to be able to do some dancing in the necromancer pit today, because it's
Yeah,
surprisingly
this
late, and we still have not touched. We haven't even touched videos last week, so luckily we didn't get any this week, which is why I think everybody's getting a ring up for Everfree. But we still had a lot from the few weeks prior, so good reason to get into it, I suppose.
There's always next week for Crypt of the Necro Dancer.
Exactly. And we still need something for next week before we go to the convention. And since my original plan is slightly out the window now, yeah, I'd say that's a good excuse as any. So in the meantime, we're gonna go ahead. We're just going to do a quick switch here, just so I can get our YouTube activity up. Just to throw out there real fast, I did check SciTube after the recommendation to double check it. It does look like whatever was going on with YouTube has been fixed. However, for the moment, I think most people prefer this over the the SciTube.
I can make the screen a little bit bigger on that than I can on this.
Yeah, that's the only thing is that this doesn't really allow us to properly full screen this.
Yeah, that is really the only big problem. Granted, I don't usually
full screen still has a letterboxing, and it's so weird.
Yeah.
Because it still shows all the chat. It shows the call at the bottom still.
Yeah, even if you hide it. So, what do you guys think? Should we go back to the SciTube, or should we continue using this?
I'm kind of down for this because it's a lot easier to manage.
Well, is it going to be good for our viewers, though?
Either way we go, I'm ready to get it updated so our viewers can see it. So it's pretty much whatever floats our boats, because either way our
being
viewers
able to put it in the side tube makes it such that you can preload things and not have to worry about it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? That's fair. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and drop this in, and we're gonna get the SciTube back up and running real fast.
But at the very least, we have a backup.
Yep. Granted, now I gotta delete over 1,000 pony videos in our SciTube. Okay, they're gone.
Oh, right. You pulled up one of the old watch playlists, didn't you?
I basically had every single playlist I had put together into one big one, because all of them were still working. It just was new videos that weren't working. Alright, and if one of you could do me a favor and throw the SciTube link out to everybody.
Hold on, going back. There we go. 573 has the link.
573?
I've got a couple
Oh, you mean the show notes 573?
Yes, I've got a couple of the show notes still open.
Wait, why do we have a 573?
37.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, 37, 537, okay.
I was just like, oh my God.
I have them.
Like...
1, 2, 5.
No, I was just like, oh my God, did I start miscounting it? It actually happened at one point.
Putting it into the voice chat and DM, I put sympathetic spelled correctly in there, so you can, if you want to update that.
It though,
You changed it, but you didn't get it right.
Oh, okay.
That's one of the things my brain is saying that I might want to just...
Oh, okay, so you said that
grab the controls and edit your thing. Nah.
Okay.
It is making me twitch and annoyance.
You said that after I changed it.
Oh my God. Oh wow, this really did get out of control. Do you know how much time wise I have in these videos that even before we get started here?
I see you're already at an hour.
Yeah.
And you haven't even loaded them all.
I just barely finished. But that's still crazy.
Well, there is, one of these videos is 34 minutes.
It is?
Yeah.
Top 10 mature moments.
Oh, right. I was going to just play that. I was just going to play that until we...
Okay, I'm sorry, but how do you make that video 35? Yeah, so you're doing something wrong.
That's what I'm curious about. How is it? Is it that long for a reason?
Like, how even? You're just talking about the about the moments, not showing them. Are you
talking about 10 moments? How do you make it that long?
Well, it says mature, so it might be topics that some people might not be comfortable with like Applejack's parents.
But you can still, they shouldn't have that much amount of time with it.
Right.
They're going. They're going deep into detail to make you uncomfortable.
I was just gonna say, like most lists videos that you see out there are like at max 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And honestly, the average is probably closer to like 12. I want to say.
All right. Well, here we go, everybody. Behold, the SciTube is back up once again, and all I had to do was click a couple of things to make it work again. So anyway, we'll figure out if we get to that. Let's go ahead and get started, and we're going to start off with a silly one, because can you be a Maritime Bay adventure using DK bongos?
What?
Oh wow, so much for being silly. So much for being silly.
How determined are you?
It literally is.
Now that we've made you feel bad, now you'll laugh even more.
Egad, that Fluttershy gif you have.
I have no idea if this is working right now, but for those of you
Suddenly you are filled with determination.
For a wild ride.
Some have
It's been bad. I've been going back deep into Undertale because I have a friend that's playing Undertale for the first time.
Have succeeded until now.
Okay, dude. You are.
He is really going hardcore on this intro.
Wow.
Like, somebody really is really God, what is it? Confident in themselves.
Yeah.
Or they just have that much of a thing for bongos and drums.
Quick. Find all the things in My Little Pony that has drums in it and throw it in this video.
Somebody's making the most of that communications degree.
Hey everybody.
Yeah.
What? It just cut off. What was that? It just cut off.
Topic. Can you be My Little Pony, a Maritime Bay adventure with Donkey Kong bongos? To do this, we need to bring in some of that modern pony ingenuity.
Wow.
First, I ordered myself a wonderful pair of Donkey Kong bongos delivered straight from Derpy to my doorstep, and from there started one of the most painful controller configuration setup processes in my entire life. 5 grueling hours of troubleshooting later, though, and I was able to completely set up the DK bongos to working inputs. The controls were quite straightforward. The DK bongos have 6 inputs. Each bongo carries 2, the circle button in the middle, and a clap sensor that sits between the bongos.
Actually, I find it more interesting that he was so determined that he went out and ordered some bongos to do this with.
5 inputs, but
didn't even have them initially. He's just like, okay, let's buy them.
And right is 4 inputs. Jumping is 1 input. That's
I've been
5
watching
already,
somebody
but we're still
recently.
missing one essential button.
They figured out
Interact.
how to connect
Was
up
the
their
dream truly
camera
over before it could even start?
to their gaming
Thankfully
system, and
not,
they've been
because
playing
with
video
my
games through
controller
their camera.
configuration tool, I can set multiple interactions
Like using
to
all the
same
knobs
button.
and
So we can just
sensors and stuff
configure
as
interact to
controls.
one of our movement keys, allowing us to finally begin the playthrough. But, well, this wouldn't be a 1K
Well, here's
special
the other
without
thing,
something even
He's
more
forgetting
interesting.
something he
As a
could have
matter
set
of
up with the
fact, I
bongos too.
decided to get the
I'm
world
sure
record time in a
I'm sure
Maritime Bay
hitting
adventure
2
speedrun.
at the
So
same
giddy
time
up, because it's
might
time
count
to
as a
get right
separate
into it.
input.
But before
Yeah.
any of that, Pony ad time.
I'll show you not to hire me.
Pony ad.
Hey, Rem, how's it going, buddy? Long time no see. What are you doing?
You didn't hire me.
I'm sorry, I'll hire you. Just calm down.
No,
The hell is going on here?
it's already
I have no clue.
too late.
No, wait.
So yeah, half the video is just dedicated to the opening, it looks like, and not the actual video.
Apparently, this is a 1K
Dude, you need to
followers
pay for your
video.
windows.
You didn't pay for that.
It's magnificent.
Yeah, this reminded me of the gag for like a year with
PMV.
I'm not sure if anybody's familiar with Nogla, but I watch him. And for the longest time last year, he was using an unactivated version of Windows, so it showed up in all his
It's
videos.
a combination of pony
Oh,
and
yeah,
music
the
videos.
one
This
with
one's made by
Terrorizer
the
and crew.
illustrious
Yeah.
Studio Cinemagic.
Oh, I should have called it. Studio Cinemagic.
You've lucked out. I'm gonna go home and watch this Studio Cinemagic.
That was weird.
I love that picture in this background.
Studio Cinemagic. Link in the description down below. Go subscribe.
Not the Studio Cinemagic I recall seeing at times.
And now back to the video.
Yeah, they
My
have been
rise to
popping up a
speedrun
bit.
Fame starts humble, playing through a Maritime Bay adventure one singular time before beginning to take on the world record. But if I was going to take home the prize, I needed to innovate. So I joined the Pony Speedrunning Discord server, and, with the help of Mr. Someone, you better believe I gained some tricks up my sleeve. The run starts relatively simple, with me struggling to get a grip on these Donkey Kong bongos, but nevertheless, I continue through with absolute ease. Whoops. I even encountered a purple pony along the way, but she needs some crafting items because it progresses the plot. After helping our purple friend, we continue forward to meet Hitch, helping him herd bunnies and gather carrots. And this is the pinnacle of the run. The moment that will set the standard for speedrunners all around the world of Equestria.
Okay, I love the fact that September
While in the tutorial
was
menu,
the
you can press
background
the B
there.
button multiple times in a carefully executed fashion. To completely skip this and a few
I
other
still can't believe I
mechanics.
actually
Doing
pulled
this
that
will
off
start
my
our run
first
off
time
great
easily.
And save us a couple minutes in the process. All I have to do is carefully pull it off and... shoot. Now you might be wondering, it was time for a reset. But nay, I tell you, I wait the 2 minutes of boring waiting and venture forth to our next zone. There was still time to save, and I wouldn't let one minigame damper my spirits. I carry on with full force, making my way to Main Street, talking to a guard and
Stop
speaking
making
with
the
another
jumps.
pony that seems to be extremely
With
sad.
this
But we
setup,
don't care
I don't
about
think.
dialogue, so we skip on through. Now this
No,
is
it
where we
isn't
get a
supposed to
little
speedrun.
fancy. Our next skip in the run, which can save us a significant amount of time. A bunny skip. All we have to do is interact with a few NPCs to get this red potted plant in place. While it's there, I can carefully maneuver Sunny over top of it, but with the DK bongos, the inputs here are extremely difficult.
He's gonna have to get on top of this red flower and jump up, and he does it first try. But now he has to follow it up by jumping over these bunnies that are over on the left. So he needs to go down, jump on this red flower, or this yellow flower that's closed. It has a giant hitbox. He needs to jump over it.
Image. Oh.
And he pulls it off first try.
Oh, okay, I hate myself now.
Of props in the game lower, we were able to skip a large portion of the game all in one fell swoop, with bongos no less. The game carries on like normal from this point for a little while, helping the locals find out who keeps graffitiing billboards, finding pet crabs, and herding more bunnies. After finishing all of those wonderful objectives, we meet Zip on top of the mountain's
That's
edge,
one way to
where
do
we
the
will
skip.
finally
He
get our
just he
second
short
chance
he
in
took the
completing
second part of the
Ash
skip instead of the first.
Here we go. 1.
Okay. Yeah,
Two,
that first jump that I
three.
was thinking about would have been impossible. That skip
Yeah.
makes some
He might be
sense.
doing it a little too quickly. Oh yeah. Oh no, he skipped it. Okay, he did it properly. Okay, we're good.
The run was truly saved. All that's left from here is to get the racist ponies to leave, press a button, flip a board, and make our way to the game's finale. We just have to succeed this last Ash skip, and we will have completed the run in record time. 21 minutes and 51 seconds. After all of my trials and hardships, I have finally taken the world record for a Maritime Bay adventure in my own category. So the answer to your question is... yes, you can beat a Maritime Bay adventure with DK bongos. In fact, I encourage all of you go to try for yourselves and see if you can get an even better time. I made a lot of mistakes throughout the run, and know that there is plenty of room for improvement. Aside from the technical difficulties, recording with the bongos was an absolute blast, and I hope all of you ponies really enjoyed the ride we took along the way. And thank you all, every pony, for 1,000 subscribers. You have all made this possible, and I wouldn't be here right now without all of your support, so thank you. A special big thank you to Studio Cinemagic for making the amazing PMV.
I almost
from the
wanted
beginning
to
of the
call
video.
slight
He makes
shenanigans just
fantastic
because he
PMV
did the
content that
speed
truly
run
goes
instead of actually
underappreciated.
playing the game
So
in
the spirit
full.
of 1K,
But at
let's
the
go
same
spread
time, I
out
gotta
love and
respect
get him
that.
to
So
1K
yeah.
subscribers
I mean,
as well.
the
And
thing
thank you
is
all my
that
supporters,
I
especially
mean,
all
we're
our
the whole
tier
go. I mean,
three
the
support. Feel free
that
to
game's
check
not
out my Discord
exactly
server in the link
the
below.
mini
That's
games
where you
aren't
see all this
exactly
wonderful fan art coming from.
you know,
So until next
necessary.
time,
True.
to bongo or something.
So
I don't know. Bye bye.
Yeah.
Alright. Okay, and here is the Midnight Mares with their Origins trailer. They actually have a motion comic series coming out for the Origins story.
Here. Once night has fallen, you know what must be done. Save Terrastede.
What story is this for?
Wow.
This is for Midnight Mares. They're doing the kind of a prequel story to the animation they're working on. But they're doing it in a motion comic
Please
style.
join me over here. I have something else to give you.
At least if I understood right.
My queen, Terestid is finally ours for the taking.
It's just missing one finishing touch.
Nightfall, no.
Oh,
Stay out
man.
of my way.
They definitely need to do some remastering because that.
Yeah,
one
their
needs-
sound engineering is really bad.
Well, it is
Well,
a
it is the trailer, so.
it's a trailer, so I'm gonna give them some slack.
Yeah, this is probably a before pass to
Yeah,
just get
but-
it out.
Yep.
I don't know. I'm one of those people where if you want to make sure you get an audience, you want to make sure you put all
It's
your
all
effort
good the
into
first
the
time
trailer
through
so
for every
people
piece.
know.
I'm not gonna lie, I expected this to go somewhere else entirely.
No, the Cutie Walk area seems fine. And yes, I have seen stuff that is what you think sick.
Of course you did. Everybody would.
I had to filter it so it doesn't appear in my panel.
Right. Anyway, yeah.
Anyways.
That's still sweet. That's cute.
It is cute.
Now, walking hugs.
All the hugs.
I gotta check. Did YouTube unsubscribe you from Egg Roll? I swear I didn't see this pop up.
Oh, YouTube does that every now and again. Same thing
Yeah.
with Twitter. It just makes you unfollow people for some weird reason.
Yeah, I don't know why. It's like they can't leave well enough alone.
Nope, never. There's a giant door. I want to find where the button is.
Curiosity killed the cat, but
Satisfaction brought it back.
yeah.
I'm definitely the cat that got satisfied.
Phrasing!
That says
It's in-
unsubscribed, so I must have just missed this.
The mini games are necessary for achievements, though, aren't they? Yes, I believe the mini games and the achievements go hand in hand. Let me double check though.
Yeah, so if they want to get all the achievements, they'll have to go through and actually play. the
Yeah,
thing
so I
with
guess
the
yeah,
bongos.
I guess it depends on what you're going for. Because if you're just looking to beat the game, then no, you don't have to do the mini games. But if you're looking, if you're going for a completion, then yeah.
Let's see, 1,500 magic bits. Let's see, fulfill Mars quest. Actually, you might be able to do it without doing a single mini game if you really plan it right. The only thing I could think of that would include the mini games would be the bits that you need to collect. And well, no, wait, there's 2 hidden achievements. Never mind that.
Let me see. I've got all 13.
Okay.
Hang on. Complete the secret obstacle course.
There
Catch
it
a
is.
toxic sense of the sprout. Race zip on Beach Cove. Okay, get 15. Oh, 15. Is 1,500 the max in the magic bits?
I think there's slightly more than that.
Okay. Fulfill Marcel's request and unlock Beach Cove. Help Hitch in Town Park. 1,000 magic bits. Magic Mirror for the first time. Help Pip. Get 500 bits. Help Hitch in the Bright House. Fix the bridge using Izzy's unicycling. And reclaim your backpack.
Yeah, I think the
So
obstacle
most of
course.
Yeah, most of them are very much along the way. Yeah, the bits you have to actually kind of actively go after them, but yeah.
Oh no.
This kind of reminded me of that weird Twilight alt color from the mobile game. Those like the Cupid Twilight.
I need it.
Nope. Leave me be.
There's a kick for that out there.
I'm not gonna lie, the head twitching thing is really creepy.
I think it's kind of the point.
Yeah.
It's like I was kind of. I seen some preview about it on Twitter,
Yeah, the
And
way they do the head twitching is a little much. They could have gone with smoother.
It's infectious.
The apocalypse.
Let's go find more people.
Is this gonna end with the 90s invasion of the body snatchers thing?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Oh, no.
Because
It's a possibility.
yeah,
Possibility.
God, that noise is. At least I can't reproduce that shit.
Oh, shit.
Oh, the yeah.
Let me love you.
You can't.
You will
escape.
get the snuggles!
Oh no,
Oh,
Raven!
Raven.
Run, please!
Raven, your neck! Dear God, your neck!
Close the door.
Oh no. You've been
You've
spotted!
been noticed.
Yep.
Oh no.
Oh,
No, not Raven.
Glue!
your best friend and all.
No, that's duct tape. Unless
What?
it's super glue.
Why is
Then
there an
that's medical
explosion
aid.
there? That's what I'm wondering.
The love was too much.
It's Equestria.
Good point.
They have love to spare.
Oh no.
Are you looking at my ass? Good.
Okay, she's immune because she is the vector.
Patient 0.
Mm-hmm.
She's a carrier.
I would go more orientated, but I
No,
know
this is the only
originally-
pie I'll give you.
use the metal.
Slap him.
Metal.
Oh.
Yeah, but I'm getting High School of the Dead flashbacks.
It kinda is. Nope.
It's like, don't worry, we'll get through this together.
Oh no.
Get the hell off me, bitch!
Whoops.
Oh
Oh
shit.
no, you have sent an army out. You know, it can't be that bad. Oh wait, I'm in the most populated city in Equestria.
Oh look! Don't touch. Yeah, that would have been. Yeah.
Why?
Reverse spell.
I have to say that's some form of Star Trek.
Or he's just scribbled whatever.
True.
How does anyone
Ladies
know
of the
she's
Dead.
in there? She teleported in there.
They always know.
Or they're just breaking
that's
down.
a Shining reference.
They're also breaking down every door they can find, maybe, until they find her.
Leave me alone.
The jam is spreading.
Yes.
He's becoming.
Oh my
Oh,
god!
Ah!
Oh my god.
And that's because of YouTube.
Speaking of jam.
That's to make sure YouTube doesn't
Yeah,
mark it as for kids.
pretty much, or at least that's the current theory behind it all.
Do anybody know why I'm missing half the skin off my arm?
What happened to my arm?
Or that pony's just. Oh,
Oh,
god,
there's-
for a
there's-
lot.
And that's going. And it's sealed.
Maybe take a few days off.
Yeah, take a
Sorry,
few.
please don't sue me.
Take a few days. Have some vitamin C.
Hey, Twilight, you are being smart here.
Is she? It's still only. That's still only behind two pieces of glass.
Yeah, bolt it
Why is-
down, maybe.
Wait, what is with all the guitars?
They're from another world.
Pandora's
Obviously.
box.
So, what did the Starlights gather here?
Did the Starlights gather things here?
Wait.
I don't know if the Starlights gathered this. They seem to love going into a pocket dimension.
Oh, someone's
Hello?
feeling a little bit frisky tonight.
I was gonna say, come on, guys, this isn't my
And
king.
he writes here, looking through My Little Pony.
Okay, top
with a
10
fine
mature
sharpened
moments.
quill.
So let's see how far we get in
I've
this
noticed
one.
Trend with a lot of Western animations and media, where the moment an adult says animation is for children, the range of every type of person will collectively say, "Hold my apple cider."
Oh, that's not so much. So?
You know what?
And then we'll get a tsunami of amazing titles from Jay-Z, all for free on YouTube. Which, you know, freedom to do what you want is usually what YouTube is here for, right?
No.
Usually. But it's not just indie creators here, it's also happening on streaming sites and TV shows. I remember being a young teen watching Steven Universe with a kid talking about eating ice cream to get his superpowers. I had no idea it would lead me to civil war, uncommon relationship statuses, genocide, toxic relationships, idol worship, and abandonment issues. Now, don't get me wrong,
really
Steven
should finish that
Universe is
series.
for older children about middle school range. But no, you can catch some interesting ideas from animations even meant for younger children. I've heard countless things
Exactly,
about the
which
new
is why
show
Disney
Bluey,
was so
which
successful
let me know if you
back in
guys
those
want me to
days.
look through that one. But for My Little Pony, there wasn't much to think about in terms of past generations. Ponies are good, everything else is evil, and if you're a pony that's messing around with evil, you might be forgiven. With G4, we get a lot more interesting
Or
plots,
just
and I
stoned.
want to point them all out because why not have an existential crisis overthinking on multicolored ponies? So, in no particular order, we're going through the top 10 adult themes of My Little Pony. Because top 10 lists are a thing, and I need whatever happened to my top 10 couples list to happen again.
Okay, so about 2 minutes for an intro.
And
That's
again,
fine.
this won't be
So
in
far,
any
yeah. I just looked at this
particular
next
order,
section.
due to certain things being more relatable
This is 5
than
minutes
others,
on one.
and not even everything that I
Disabilities
mentioned
and
pertains
limitations.
to my personal
Wow.
life. But
5
I'm
minutes
sure
there.
it relates to somebody.
Another 5 minutes.
Number 10.
4.
Disabilities and
So
limitations.
she gets faster later.
Now, this gets touched on a few times in other forms of media.
Never mind. Then the
I'm
last
not
section is
mentioning
like
anime because most of the time
Divorce.
it just
Oh
makes
my
the
God.
main character overpowered, usually at the ripe old age of 80. First one that comes to mind is Clifford the Big Red Dog, where a new friend in the neighborhood is missing one leg and everyone tries to either overhelp or slow down to try and be nice and fair. In the end, they're overthinking for no reason, and the other dog says they're capable of doing just as much regardless.
Well, I can do most things the same as everyone else. I really like doing things for myself.
Sorry, Casey. I know that. Now.
But I do need help sometimes. When I do, Clifford, you're definitely the guy I'm gonna ask. Deal?
Deal.
With My Little Pony, we get Scootaloo, a Pegasus pony with a strong idol worship for Rainbow Dash, and may have wanted to join the Wonderbolts just because it was Rainbow Dash's dream. There have been times that Scoots being unable to fly have really hit hard, including Flight to the Finish and The Fault in Our Cutie Marks. I talked about Scootaloo's backstory and my own theories of why she isn't able to fly, but it never takes away from her determination to reach new heights. With the Washout episode, where she realizes her path is more into extreme sports than flying, I kind of admired her for wanting a goal that wasn't surrounded by Rainbow Dash, and it was something she discovered herself. I don't like the idea that the Washouts were made to be the antagonists just because of Lightning Dust and her issues with Rainbow Dash, but I'm glad it didn't take too much focus off of the struggle Scootaloo had to go through even when Rainbow Dash couldn't make up for it.
Just because I look up to you doesn't mean I have to be you. But based on your definition of what
face.
makes some pony great, I have bad news. I'll never be the best of the best or a Wonderbolt! Because I can't fly! Is that what you wanted to hear?
The Washout
Emotional
episodes was pretty
damage.
much the last Scootaloo-based episode, and I think it was a good stopping point for her. It was enough to realize she might not fly, and things may stay the same no matter how much we'd want that moment to happen. We'll get it in small doses like being a sea pony in Surf and or Turf, and do Princess's Dream of Magic Sheep. She's up there for inspirational characters along with Toph from Avatar: The Last Airbender. But some of these moments still pierce the heart that I'm sure would make any...
Alright, skipping ahead.
Yeah.
Number 8. Starlight
Colts.
the Cult Leader. No, really. How did the writers get away with this imagery? Uniform, hair, and wardrobe. Marching song about equality, similar to military training chants. Conditioning and holding
in there,
rooms.
because it also talks
I don't
about
deny getting a laugh out of these
sunset
moments that
and
look suspiciously
the
like something
interaction
from
between Flutter
Korea,
and Discord.
but just the idea of turning the idea of equality into something corrupted and twisted, and dumbing down your special skills to fit in and conform was something I wasn't expecting from a children's show.
If you want to be one of the nonconformists, all you have to do is dress just like us and listen to the same music we do.
What's also interesting about this is the fact
Also
that
the
there's
fact
not
that
much to tell
Black
whether or not
Griffin was
Starlight
having
was
some
going to go through with
flashbacks
this
to be like, okay, this is a little too much.
with more and more ponies. From how it looked even in the first episode in Season 5, that village was far out in the middle of nowhere, and you could have been lost in the world to just find it and listen to their teachings. But without the map, these ponies would have still been living their lives under these teachings without much change to the world. It's a cult! There might be punishment in the form of re-educating, but nothing physically harmful. And just to make sure that I wouldn't anger anybody, I did take the liberty of looking up some interesting information about cult leaders.
No.
Are we gonna get that one guy that made animes?
14 traits of a cult leader. 1. Narcissistic.
The staff is a piece of wood I found in the desert. It's my magic that makes all this possible.
2. Charismatic.
We're happy to have any pony who wants to experience true friendship for the first time.
3. Dominant.
No one is superior, and no one shakes in fear.
4. Demand obedience.
In this, there is peace. Exceptionalism is a lie. Free yourself from your cutie mark. Choose equality as your special talent.
5. Claim to have supernatural powers.
And here is the Staff of Sameness. It was one of the great Mage Meadowbrook's 9 enchanted items.
6.
I
Arrogant
forgot
and
they
boastful.
dropped Mage Meadowbrook that
Now you
early.
can spend the rest of your lives here with us. And we'll teach you just how much better life can be without your cutie marks.
7. Sociopath.
Yeah, join me. No
I
butt
love a
marks.
good conversation.
Oh no!
Yeah, you did something! Whoa, what's happening? I feel really weird. I'm talking so much. Ah! Make it stop!
Delusional.
You lied to us!
So what? Everything else I said is true. The only way to be happy is if we're all equal.
9. Persuasive.
When we were sent to this village, we assumed it was to help in some way. But, well, it doesn't seem like you need any help.
Have you considered perhaps that you might have been sent here so we could help you?
10. Controlling.
I just wanted to remember what it was like.
And no thought to the pain you'd cause your friends. Such selfishness.
11. Exploitative.
I'm sorry, Starlight. I'm sorry, every pony. I've seen the error of my ways. I never want to look at my cutie mark again.
It seems there's cause for celebration after all.
12. Underdogs.
And just like that, my friend was gone. His family recognized his magical talent and sent him off to Canterlot. I never saw him again. Well, why not? Because of his cutie mark. He got his, and I didn't. He moved on, and I didn't. I stayed here and never made another friend because I was too afraid another cutie mark would take them away too.
13. Visionaries.
When the rest of Equestria sees that a princess gave up her cutie mark to join us, they'll finally understand what we're trying to accomplish.
14. Don't take criticisms.
Every pony has unique talents and gifts, and when we share them with each other, that's how we— Quiet!
Damn, Bobby, be having a day.
Number 7. Death and loss of family members.
Ooh.
Can we say it now? We went through G4.5. We're in G5 with more media coming out for it. Are we finally going to admit that Applejack's parents are not of this world anymore?
No.
I'm not sure
Denial.
why we made death such a quiet thing in My Little Pony, especially when a lot of deaths to the villain have been...
Right on screen, yeah.
We were evil, so it's okay.
He straight up died. And I remember, in the actual movie theater, my mother was like, he didn't die, and I'm like, okay, that dude died.
Okay, they're not dead, they're just suspended in animation.
I would say more petrification than death, but hey.
What was
Wait,
the
if you
rating
don't
of this
conform,
show
you get
again?
stoned.
So with how fast they are at dispatching villains, you would think death would just be a natural
I point to
occurrence,
Discord
right?
and say
But it
petrification
took
you
all
can
the
still
way
come
to the
back from.
perfect pair where we get one of the fandom's biggest questions asked about Applejack's parents. Still an amazing episode, and shows that even if it's not talked about as much, the Apple kids still thought about their parents, to even have Big Mac speaking up about hearing more stories about his father.
Would it be okay if we stopped by again sometime to hear more stories? I'd like that very much.
There's even touches of subtlety with the very last episode where we see Applejack wearing Granny Smith's scarf.
Oh no.
Joe, why do you have to hurt me so much?
It
was even
easy
a clever
and fun
idea
to
to
do.
discuss the stages
All
of
right, we're gonna skip ahead.
Number
a little.
6, self-harm and depression.
Ooh.
Okay, this is gonna be a heavy one,
Wait,
so all
self-harm?
respect to those
Where?
who have
Yep.
gone through these feelings and may still be going
Why do I not
through them
remember?
now.
Torturing
I mean,
herself.
no
do
disrespect,
princesses
this
dream
is
of
only
magic
for
sheep?
information.
Well, it was
This
Luna
pertains
basically
specifically
punishing
to
herself
Do
every
Princess's
night.
Dream of Magic Sheep,
She is
an
torturing
episode about
herself.
Luna creating the Tantabus nightmare monster to punish herself as Nightmare Moon. I've talked about this a little bit in my video on Luna.
Yeah, I
and
guess
how it
it's
was
my
a better
mental
depiction in the
definition of
comics
self-harm
of the
that
Tantabus
I don't
and
know if that's
depression than it
a
was
little
in
more
this
physical
episode.
than
I feel like there's
mental.
a I feel like there's a
there were
more
some
fitting
questionable
term.
things about the
here.
episode and whether or not
self-punishment
Luna took
could
breaks
also be
between her
emotional harm.
self-torment to monitor the CMC, or
Yeah,
deal
this
with
is
her
definitely
cutie mark
emotional
with her
harm, so
sister in a royal problem.
punishments.
But this is still a
Yeah.
very common and very
Like, it
serious
also be
issue
used
for her.
as an allegory
Between
for
the time of
self-harm.
Luna's reform, integration
That
with her
too.
subjects, and protecting Equestria when she can, just the idea that she's practically hates herself for her past mistakes is something very relatable and real to have in a children's cartoon. We can feel underappreciated to the point of jealousy and over-apologetic to the point of self-sabotage in our progress. I won't harp too much on it since I've talked about this in depth with my Luna video, and seeing as she's my favorite princess, I can at least admire her strength for asking for help when she really needs it, even in a not-so-great episode. Especially when we had others reformed either brush off their past misdeeds to the point of joking.
That's amazing! A perfect copy! I learned the spell years ago when I needed to make copies of a certain manifesto.
Or being unapologetic for what you did, but seeing there's a better way to be yourself and still have friends as long as you're not destroying the entire world.
Have an absolutely fabulous voyage.
Discord.
that very deadpan.
The train route leads into an active
Fluttershy
volcano.
versus the
Guess
volcano.
you'll have to stay.
Ooh,
Number
the
5,
eyebrow.
prejudice and racism.
Yeah, this one hit me hard.
Oh, what a time to be bringing up this
That's
topic.
pretty much like a lot of
Sadly,
the last
things in our
season.
reality cannot be fixed as fast as it was with Chancellor Naysay. The idea that only ponies would understand the power of friendship compared to other species in the show did throw me off when meeting this love child of Dr. Strange and Professor Snape.
Classes won't start at all. The EEA has spoken, and none shall pass. You shall not pass!
Back then, I had to think about all the times we've met a different species prior to this episode. Gilda being a bully and kind of looking down on other ponies from Griffin the Brush-Off, the rude dragon from Dragonshy, and the obnoxious teenage dragons from Dragon Quest, the aggressive yaks ready to start a war and party pooped, not to mention whatever baddies we've had as villains, like the Changelings. It doesn't help that we've had bad first-time experiences with a lot of species, and it took characters like Yuna, Ember, Gabby, and Thorax to kind of shift the conversation. Technically, the first time we see this kind of prejudice is with Zecora and Bridal Gossip.
Oh yeah, good old one.
Sinister.
Skipping ahead.
Number 4. Too much of a good thing. Okay, I might have a bias for things like this, especially for this type of thing in younger children's shows. You know, how a lot of toddler and preschooler shows, they'll tell you to always be something. Always be kind.
Yeah.
Always share. Always tell the truth. Yeah, my favorite episodes are when those things go wrong.
Terribly wrong.
With Rarity, it was with Rarity Takes Manhattan, when she overshares a sample of her originally made fabric to the competition, Suri Palmer, and has her entire line based off of it. It shouldn't ruin someone's whole idea of being generous and to give if you have it. That gray line is very blurred between being too generous or not showing your whole hand at poker.
You stole my fabric!
I didn't steal it, okay? You gave it to me, remember?
I gave you the fabric for accents, not for your whole line. How could this happen?
Oh, sweetie, don't blame yourself. It takes some small-town fillies a while to learn it's every pony for herself in the big city, okay?
An example of when keeping it real goes wrong.
For Fluttershy, it happened with It Ain't Easy Being Breezy, where Fluttershy helps the small and fragile creatures, the Breezies, after a mishap when they were going home. She had to learn there's such a thing as being too nice to the point of enabling lazy behavior. Which is funny since this episode happened before meeting Zephyr Breeze, Fluttershy's brother with not much direction in life and willing to mooch off his parents. Good for you for learning, Fluttershy. Last episode is Applejack with Honest Apple, one of my personal favorites in terms of having too much of a good thing.
Skipping ahead again.
Number 3. Anxiety at any age.
Oh boy.
We've seen anxiety explored in so many ways throughout this show,
definitely
whether it be
interesting, but
competition
going
nerves,
over
performance anxiety, or about what you'll
for
do
each
when
of
you
these
grow up.
mature moments is a bit
Fluttershy
much.
was constantly being the focus of a literal
I get that they're
nerves
trying to
in
show
most
that there's more than one
and that's
instance
kind of
of
a
it,
trait
but
she had
it's
to get over
still
longer than Rainbow Dash
bloated.
and CMC.
It's a
Not
good
only was
video,
Apple worried
but
about ever
they
getting her
probably
cutie mark,
should have said
but
video
also if it would
essay.
still be in the family or if she'd even have it regardless of being good at what she did.
Yeah.
Not to mention if
Calling
her
it
friends would
top
leave if she ever
10
got hers
moments
first, or
is
if
not
they
the way
got
to
theirs
do it.
first
It's-
and she would be left at the Cutie Mark
'cause
Crusaders.
It's not just moments.
We also get more complicated anxiety about cutie marks,
I'm not
keeping
sure how
from
this will
doing other
properly be
things and
titled.
missing out on doing activities and hobbies you liked before getting it.
Kettle corn, you covered your cutie mark? I'm blank flank again, keeping my options open. I'm more than haikus. You just
Number 2.
Cole, do you have any
Harassing
shout-outs before you
creators.
go?
Oh god.
Oh boy, am I gonna be standing on some toes
Shouts out to
today.
Anthrac for being existing.
With a lot of media that
and,
becomes popular
shouts out
comes
to
a
Everfree
lot of
Northwest.
demand to keep up with
If you're going to Everfree
quality.
Northwest,
One
I
bad
will be there. Find me if you want to.
Cole, don't
I
forget
can
your
say
Switch.
You want to find him. He has cards. You can get a business
Yeah.
card from Coldust.
Look for the hat.
Oh, that sounds like such an amazing thing. A business card.
It's an awesome looking business card. Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Thank you. I appreciate. And update on the business cards. They should be in this Wednesday. So I'll have them for the con.
He based it off a train ticket. It's worth a look. And an
It is an interesting train ticket.
Yes. So run into me there. Also, there will be a train panel, which I will be attending. I'm not a part of, but I will happily go and attend. Hell yeah.
Second year.
Second year. Trains.
Second year. Trains.
Trains.
Anyways, yes, everyone Northwest, if you're going, say hi. Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye, Cole.
See ya.
See you.
Episode can mean the show fails or the effects of that episode trickling down to other episodes.
Yeah, this one I can't deny. It's
My Little Pony
an
doesn't
issue.
stray from those moments.
Yep.
In the episode Fame and Misfortune, due to the popularity of the Friendship Journal, which was published, it caused the townfolk to critique and question the things in that book as if it was a piece of fiction. I may go off track with this, but hear me out. When I first saw the episode, I didn't really know how to react. With this many characters involved and callbacks to previous moments with each of the main six, it felt like this episode was trying to tell me something more. And then it hit me. Where Slice of Life was a love letter to the fans, Fame and Misfortune was a restraining order against them. It's no surprise when you look at the parallels. The main six are the writers and the creators. The journal, the thing they created, is My Little Pony the show. And everyone else are the fans. But not just fans, adult fans. The ones that pay close attention to the details and content of the book to the point of missing the bigger picture of each story. This feels like a case between the writers and the adult fans, specifically the analytical communities. And it's no surprise at the end of the episode, the ones who really understood the book's purpose was the children having a fight in the beginning of the episode. Look, as an analyst myself, it felt kind of like an insult to the adult fans who blew this franchise sky high with praise and excitement. Fun and developed characters, amazing action, heartfelt moments, laughs, tears, the works. I like being an adult and fully appreciating this children's show, but showing just the analytical or simple side to the fans just felt like a stomp on the foot. And don't get me wrong, I understand being a writer or creator and having people slam what you created, or even receiving harsh and threatening emails because of it. It felt like the episode that wasn't fair to both sides, and in the end of the episode, it kind of just
I mean,
stopped.
you could be Bungie and sue their ass.
There wasn't a way of
True.
making things better.
In
just
all honesty, I
making
think
things
I
less
don't think it was like
complicated.
on the analysts as a whole. I think it was
In
just
the
more
end,
the
try
really
not to
overly
overly
critical
give
ones.
the creators and writers some slack,
It's-
while
yeah,
hopefully
it's-
the writers take notice of what the
It's
fans
pretty
really
much the
Number
fans
one,
that
divorce.
just that basically
This
decide
might
that
not
what
be a
they
big
think is
topic for
correct
most,
versus
but in
the
media,
versus you.
It's also pretty
Taking it way
apparent,
too
but
far and
it's
way
very
too serious.
Hush, hush.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
This is
You know
one
what?
of my
I'm
favorite
just gonna
topics
point
to
out
say
one
media
recent
because
thing
it affects
from that,
children in
and that's
many
the only
different
point I'm gonna
ways,
make on
as
that.
well as the parents.
If you know One
But
Piece,
the trick
Yamato.
is seeing how it's used in children's
fair
media
enough.
to make a child understand what they're going through. Braceface, Pepper Ann, The Weekenders all touch on the ideas of divorce through the child's perspective and their relationship with the parent they live with, or both parents. My favorite being As Told by Ginger, where Ginger wants her father to stay in the picture for big family events, while her younger brother Carl would rather treat him as a stranger. This happens with siblings with a big age difference, since Ginger probably remembers more about spending time with her father than Carl would. In My Little Pony's case, it takes place in surf and or turf, where Terramar needs help from the CMC to find out if he should live in the water with his mother
I always
or
forget
in the
how
Hippogriff
fluffy
village on land with his
hippogriffs
father.
are.
The episode plays
They
a
are
lot with
extremely
choosing,
fluff.
even
They're
causing
more fluffy
Scootaloo
than
and
ponies.
Sweetiebelle to make a stand for their choices. Scootaloo liked the idea of living in water since it's the closest thing to mimicking the weightless of flight.
That was a sad
beautiful
moment.
scenery and harmonizing hills.
Okay, that's clever.
Yeah.
By the way, I had to
I
research
thought the
this
same
just because
song
I thought
then.
it was funny. Terra is Latin for earth, and Mar is Latin for sea. Just thought you should know how this episode is going to end. And yes, in the end, Terramar talks to both parents, reach an understanding,
Yes, he
and
is the
basically
Earth
ends
Sea.
up looking like the Little Mermaid sequel, Return to the
He's
Sea,
a very muddy
where the sea
person, I
ponies
get it.
and hippogriffs join together for their festival, and Terramar can live on both land and sea. The second time we encounter this situation is common grounds with.
All right, we're gonna just pause this here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway,
it's that time again.
Yeah, it's time to wrap things up anyway. It's late. It's later than it's late. Late enough. We're late. We're late.
Still, I applaud them for having a well put together video.
Yeah, be sure to check it all out. It's 35 minutes. I'm sure there's a lot more good information, good stuff there.
Remember, we are not a substitute for these things. We are just here to share.
Yeah, I'm gonna give one critique. You know, like,
yeah,
it feels like like you're doing a top 10. If you're in this formatting of this video, I feel like it should be a little bit more brevity to it on there, but then maybe basically just go to maybe have like dedicated videos otherwise to some of these topics otherwise,
because this is more of mature moments that happen.
Because mature moment, in fact, that's the other thing is that top 10 mature moments that makes me think that you're gonna talk about like specific, like just these specific things, like maybe one example of these, or like you're literally talking about just 10 moments and maybe just a few snippets about why that's significant. Like, I think this whole thing could have just been called, maybe it's just the titling thing. Maybe that's why it's off.
Yeah, maybe top 10
having issues.
Like top 10 adult adult things in My Little Pony, maybe something like that.
No, they probably could have just called it discussing the mature themes of MLB or something like that.
Yeah, and have it be a series of these rather than just one lump of video.
I mean, no, if they had called it that, you probably could have done this video as it is.
Yeah.
Anyway, so there's our we're not flawless moment.
No. I'm just it's
I know.
Again, it's opinion. This is just my own thing. This is also me kind of with all the YouTube I've ever watched and my understanding of like basically from a creator standpoint of like how the algorithm would take it.
Yeah, and I think your things are exactly what I was hitting, but I could not come up with formulations how to say how you need to write the title better, because it's wrong for what it is.
The title is
clickbaity. It's a little clickbaity.
Yeah.
Anyway,
maybe not by intent. Obviously,
not by intent. Yeah. I definitely don't think it by intent. Just Anyway, that's our little critique there. I still say check it out and check out her other videos. You know, she's pretty good analyst.
Yeah.
Give her a little bit of a Brony Show bump there. All right, and with that, let's get everybody wrapped up here for the show. We've had our fun. Just a reminder that we do have the Coffee House After Party on live. We also have the pre-show, but before we get all the fun stuff out, let's get everybody their final shout-outs. Starting with Crazy Matt Captain.
Fires, explosions, Mufasa, Venison Jerky, Yellowy Roan. I have no idea what we're gonna do Wednesday. Wednesdays, hey, performer Wednesday. Have fun. Yeah, I have no idea what we're doing. We'll have fun.
Alright, and DM21.
Have a great week, stay healthy, and man, I'm tired.
And Deathlight Productions.
Oh, good morning, night, wherever you happen to be, and see you later.
And Tokoi.
Thank you to CMC and Commander Something for being sorry, I got a little gas. For being on mods. Thank you to everyone that showed up. And Ponies Online starts at the end of August, so the fun is still going all month long.
And Suki. No, Tech. Sorry. I'm sorry, Tech selling. Now Suki.
How dare you? How dare you?
I'm sorry, my brain literally snapped for a second.
Dude, how dare you call me Toa?
I know. I think I could call Tech Toa.
Anyway, have a good night, everybody.
All right. And with that, I'd like to remind everybody, Wednesday, Winchester and his Wednesday crew will do Wednesday and Winchester shenanigans. Sunday, Circuits Gaming Room, we are still playing Remnant from the Ashes. Be sure to check that out. It's a lot of fun, especially with shotguns and Dark Souls-like deaths. Along that, I'd like to remind you, early 1 hour before the main show, we have the pre-show. It will be taken over by us here at the Brony Show crew for a couple of weeks. Except for Everfree Week, where all of us were going to be out doing things, whether it's Everfree Northwest or something similar but fun. So probably technically, unless a random stream happens, it will probably be considered a week off at least. You gotta have those once in a while, right? And
a little bit of vacation.
And with that, also a reminder, if you're watching us live, we have the Coffee House After Party, which is just going to, well, it'll be on SciTube again. So, yep, we'll have that there. It'll be on our Vaughn stream, so be sure to check it out there. With that, big shout out to our IRC chatters. Thank you so much for recommending something, for keeping an eye on chat. Then Chaos Akai, Clyde the Chroniclist, Coldust, Cool Dude, Fantastic Fred, Relay Serve, Sonic 5421, Techman Selling the Second, Nico Creepy, and yay, Archivers.
Do you need a cup of water there?
I probably actually need a sip. It's a good thing I have my bottle of water. Refreshing. But along with that, I did want to give you all of you a shout out. Whether you're watching us on our YouTube archives when we get them uploaded, if you're watching us live on YouTube and Twitch, however you catch the Brony Show, and you spend the 2+ hours of our shenanigans, thank you so much. It does mean a lot to me. It means a lot to all of us that you get to spend the time, you listen to us, and even throw a random comment here and there about how you're enjoying the show. It really does mean a lot. And with that, we're going to go ahead and wrap it all up for the evening. We're going to give it a little time to the mayors with Little Mayor's Story and Love Yourself. Because I think we could all use a little self-love and self-appreciation. And with that, I hope you all have a good night.
Once upon a time, not so long